Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. We are back. The show is called TBR SSF Show, which simply means TBR Solution Sports Forum. Lot has been happening. Guess what? We lost. We lost a big one. In other words, we could not proceed to the quarterfinals. So there are so many theories. People are saying this and are saying that. Okay, but let's look at the game and analyze what happened. Lot of things could be rectified. One, when I watch as a spectator, the coach was very defensive. And if you look very well from the beginning, the three games, the coach has always been defensive. Playing with one striker, Lyle, and then later on introduce Mahopa, but the timing too was also a little bit an issue. And remember, I've been saying it would be wise for the coach to bring in Tapelo Morena, because Tapelo has pace. Tapelo together with Tapelo Morena together with Mudau, they have pace, and they were going to add pressure. So that was not done. Now, when we check overall the performance of Ngezana has been, as much as he has improved, but he has been committing mistakes, all right? And the one mistake, at something. And then I think one of the goals that was scored, he had a contribution. And later on, when the coach brought in Mahopa, although some pundits feel that it was too late, he also brought in Mudiba. All right. So I think that was a bit of a challenge because you had both Mbogazi and Subisi, and the two of them are short. The other thing that we need to look at, I think Mamelodi Sundowns. Mamelodi Sundowns now has what you call the South American influence more than the local influence. Now, that also played a major role. We hear that Peter may be unveiled as the next coach at Mamelodi Sundowns, and then I think that would be a good thing. There were so many problems before our game. As much as I like the coach, his candidness, his strictness, and so on. But on the other hand, maybe the manner of presenting things also could have been a problem. But on the other hand, I would say, if you ask me, the coach must continue to go to the World Cup because I'm sure he has learned a lot. In the meantime, it will be very much important for the coach to listen to all other pundits because they are bringing some wisdom into the whole thing. Now, let's look at our history. In 1996, our national squad, during the time of Clive Barker, had other football experts like Jomo Sono and so on, who were part of the national squad. 4 or 5 people going out, analyzing the games on behalf of the coach. And then they meet and with the coach. But this time it looks like the setup is not like that. And I think that's one thing that they need to rectify. Call the pundits, especially the former players. There were so many players who can contribute positively. your Dokumalo, many, you can name them, especially those who participated in 1996. Now, I don't know whether Jomo will be available, can also bring on board. There are so many people. I know at some point Habuzondo was part of that technical arrangement. I don't know whether the setup is like that. If it's not like that, I think that's one element that should be brought in. And the coach, during our, qualification process, we're playing a very attacking football. I don't know what happened when we went to AFCON. We started to defend. But I must say, when it comes to Lyle, he has proved us wrong. Lyle is a very good player. But now the question is, I think it would have been a good idea to have bring Reyners to join them. Of course, you can keep Mahupa there. Mushishi was not brought in because he come from injury, but I see that Morocco have used Hakim, and Hakim was from the injury. Now, I think they recognize the fact that Hakim is bringing a lot of experience and knowledge, all right? Now, on the issue of Tembingosi Lodge, yes, he can be brought in, but I'm not going to condone somebody who's ill-disciplined. If he's ill-disciplined, we'd rather not have him. And then Mvala too, I think should be considered for the World Cup. And the other player that I don't understand why was he left is Kekana. Because remember during the time of Kekana, Mvala, and our center back was solid. But this time it was lacking. Well, when it comes to TLB has done his bit. I think he played very well. In fact, we have seen the maturity from him, all right? So maybe some of the things that need to be sorted out by the coach to look at where we went wrong and listen to all these other pundits or commentators, even if they're not qualified, but listen to their views, because some of them, they bring quality arguments so that, it enriches you as a coach going forward to make sure that we finally end up having the quality stuff that we want to use. I mean, for us to be knocked at round 16, it's unacceptable. When last time we went up to the semi-final, okay? So, but simultaneously, I'm not gonna support the people who are saying the coach must be sacked, all right? But it's important for the coach to use other resources like former players, especially when it comes to the issue of analyzing the opponents. But at the same time, it's easy for us to say that, but is it SAFA being well sponsored? I heard the minister said, no, they said they are waiting for us to qualify for the World Cup. But up to this point in time, we haven't heard how many sponsors have come on board. Are we still seeing that thing of all the sponsors wanting to sponsor rugby and cricket and neglect football? Or it's a question of SAFA is not telling us how did they get it. So because for SAFA to apply what we are saying, bring other people, increase the technical stuff, it means money. So that is why the business sector must come on board and support Bafana Bafana by making sure that they are financially supported. And now this brings another element that if we are not told how much are they getting in terms of sponsors, we'll never know whether are they being underfunded or they are well funded. Okay, So now it's very, very important. Those things, they need to be closed up. But it's good for people to have their views. But at the same time, we need to recognize the fact that we have one person who must take a final decision. In this case, is the coach. But at the same time, I'm saying the coach, listen to all these views as much as you have your own views. This one of Thembinkosi Lodge, if a player is ill-disciplined, we cannot afford to have anyone who's ill-disciplined who's going to poison the staff. If that is the case, I'm not sure what's the story there. They need to come out here and tell us what's happening, okay? And then we saw Mbule turning his life around after the coach spoke to him. And then, and that's it. Mufokeng, I hear people complaining this and that. Mufokeng played very well. Of course, he missed an opportunity, which is understandable because I think it was a question of adrenaline. Mufokeng wanted to score so badly, wanted to perform very well so badly, and then he was in a rush. He was rushing, But I think we have done well, young man. So don't beat yourself up. Don't beat yourself up. This is a very good experience. And then we need now to sit down and go to the drawing board and prepare ourselves for the World Cup, okay? And then and see how can we improve. So those are some of the issues. But well, there's also an issue of people supporting the clubs, not the national squad. It is a bit unfair, and then people complaining. This squad that the coach selected is good. He needs one or two faces, like I talk in terms of strikers, Reyners, Bradley Canel, not Bradley Canel, Krobler, because he's now leading top goal scorer now. Krobler, bring them in, strikers, so that they can finish up. And then, they must be added, all right? And then I don't know how's the injury of Mvala, but he need to be looked into again, all right, and see how far we can go. And then big up to Mokoena, he was playing very well, although one could see that he was getting exhausted. And people like Sitole, yes, mistakes have happened. I think they will improve. And then I'm sure we need to give the coach another chance. And the players too, they must come to the party. But I'm still calling for the sponsors to open up their wallet and support football. Because as I say, how about if the national squad or the coach, they increase the technical staff, especially with the players who played in the 1996 AFCON. And then, because there are a lot of brains in our country, which can assist. We see what Rulani Mukwena is doing there in Alger. He's currently leading with the team. And then he's doing wonders there. So, we are watching the space very closely. And then, I don't think it will be an opportune time now or the right time to fire the coach. No, we need to sit down, go to the drawing boards, and have engagement. All right, everybody should be engaged. And I hope the minister will fulfill the promise as he promised, that the sponsors have promised to sponsor Bafana once they've qualified for the World Cup. So they've qualified now. Minister, please just advise them, let them come to the party as they are promised. Now let's look at the road to the final, okay? And then congratulations to Nigeria, who did well. Of course, we wanted Mozambique to continue as one of the countries from the southern part of the continent, and then but unfortunately Nigeria is proceeding. We'll see between Nigeria and DRC Congo who's going to proceed to meet Nigeria. And then, yeah, Morocco and Cameroon, they've also proceeded. And then we're going to watch what's going to happen going forward. So those are some of the things. I saw Egypt, they were playing very well. So I was not surprised with the score that they amassed, 3-1. Very good. And then, so they are playing well. And of course, Mo Salah, it was nice seeing him scoring because he need that confidence so that when he go back to England, whether he goes back to Liverpool or to go to another team, at least his confidence has been brought back. So yeah, I don't know what's your take. If you ask me where I'm sitting, we can't lose the coach now. We need the coach to continue to World Cup, but the coach should also do a reflection and introspection. But I'm sure this coach, I trust him. He looks like somebody who just look and then and analyze and come up with solutions. And then, but I think that idea of bringing more technical, increasing the number of technical squad in terms of people with experience to assist our players to adjust. All right. So we'll watch the space very closely. Yeah, that's it. That was my opinion from TBR Solution to say, look, we need, the coach to assist and make sure that, and not the coach to assist. We want to see that, not only the coach, but we also want to see SAFA, the minister also must come to the party and assist and make sure that at the end of the day, we are somehow, able to go on to the next level. Now, let me remind you that we are a financial company and then all the time we educate. So this morning I was on the CDFM talking about the income tax. So those who wants to know, and then yeah, you can check the CDFM podcast, and then you can hear what we're talking about, so that you prepare yourself, because taxation is the most the biggest expense for all of us, whether it's business or individuals. Taxation is huge, but you need to plan taxation and then never work alone. Work with a team. There are people who are competent, like your accountant, who can assist you, and then not only accountant who can assist you, and then you need experts to assist you, and then in order for you to be able. But at the same time, you need to empower yourself with education. Learn about money. That's very important to always try to learn as much as you can. So yeah, but now I'm gonna share the books that we have, which you can, lay your hands on for yourself and then start educating yourself. Yeah, so I'm sure the year has started in earnest. So it's very important that you also do something. Let's see the books that I have for you. We'll start with this one, which I tried to share, but it was giving me problem. This one, how I how to get out of bad debts and use other people's money and resources to get rich. You can get it only from us. Just drop us a WhatsApp. You'll see the WhatsApp number at the end of the show. The other one is this one, Secrets for Becoming Rich. This one is in first and second edition. And then you can also get it from us. And then there's also this one, the book by Nom Summers Buga, which is called Entrepreneur Awaken with a Drive. And then you can get it from NOMSA or you can get it from us, especially those who are at Malashing. Apparently, when you're at Malashing, they will also make sure that they deliver to you. So yeah, another book that you can get from us is this one, How to Win the Wealth Game, by The Art of Money by Dr. Darlene Small. This lady worked for Reserve Bank for many, many years. So you can just help yourself with that. Then the other book is this one, how I turn 500 Rand into a million Rand business. If I can do it, you can do the same. Why not? And then this book, the good thing about it, it is both in ebook and also hard copy. So drop us a WhatsApp at the end of the show, then we can be able to assist you. And those who want to be mentored, to be groomed in terms of finance and business, don't hesitate to contact us so that we assist you. So now, it's up to you what you want to do. But now, I want to say thank you so much to all those people who subscribe and comment, and let's continue to do so. Please share the show with the people that you know so that we can grow the community, all right? And then very, very important, okay? This will help us to grow. And then I hope this, you'll also have your opinion. What's your take? We as TBR SSF Show, we are saying the coach must continue, but the coach must listen to other people what they're saying and take some tips, but I'm sure he'll do that. And also go to the archives, go to the history and see how Bafana were doing. We still have Neil Tovey. Neil Tovey is still around. Doc Kumara is still around. They can share very good information of how did they do things. Jomo Solo is still there. Why not? Check with them and then find out so that we can trickle things around. So I hope this will assist. Thank you so much for listening. And then, yeah, we are looking forward to get in touch with you. I thank you. And then don't forget to check with us on our WhatsApp, 067 915 1447. I thank you. Hello, everyone. We are back. My name is the Sobri Boys Wadafasi from TBR, which simply means the Big R Solutions. Here I'm representing the company called the Big R Financial Service Provider, Financial Services, which is an authorized and registered service provider. Our license number is FSP 47430. I'm talking to all government employees, age 55 and above, who are already thinking of exiting the system. They either want to go on pension or they want to resign. Two things that comes to mind: how do I save? How do I save on penalties? How do I ensure that the tax is not so huge? What can I do to make sure that I achieve those goals? Now, if you want to know how to achieve those goals, come to us, drop us a WhatsApp, we'll call you. The WhatsApp number is very simple. It's 067 915 1447. 067 915 1447. Drop us a WhatsApp. Don't call, but drop us a WhatsApp. And then we are working together with Allen Gray on this product, on this project. So Allen Gray is our product supplier. So we assist people using that product supply. So it's up to you to give us a shout or drop us a WhatsApp. We'll therefore come back to you. I thank you.